The hill, George Kirby. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. One gone here.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit, and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
In for a strike. 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And delivers outside. 1 out, base is empty. Late with the swing there. Raley collects, fires to first, throws sails on him, and it takes off down the line.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, a guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head, but I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
1 gone, runner at first. Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. And he grounds one back up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
First and second, 1 out. Now here is Vinny Pasquantino.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one misses, and now 3-1.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. 1 runs in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two on, 1 out. So Salvi is set down on strikes.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Next is the designated hitter, Jack Caglione. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They take the force out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park. And on the mound today, Michael Wacha.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low threes. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Ground ball right side. One up, one down. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
Check swing, called strike. Missed with a changeup, 2-2. Got him looking. 2 gone.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Next is switch hitting first baseman Cal Raleigh. Two out, space is empty. And the righty deals. And it remains 2-2. That's a little bit low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ripped on a line. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. And you know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Mariners leave 1. They're down 1-0. Back in Seattle, Drew Waters stands in.
Center fielder, number 8, Drew Waters.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
John Rave steps in for the Royals. That one fouled off, 2-2. Waters aboard here at first with nobody out. Back up the middle and a base hit. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
First and second, no outs. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Ball to strike. The pitch. That's a strike. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Waters around third. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline. It's 2-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Jonathan India at the plate. And that one upstairs.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the second. Next offering way upstairs. Two on, 1 out. Inside corner for a strike, and the count is 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Canzone on the move towards the line. Tracks it down for the out. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Michael Garcia.
At the plate, Michael Garcia.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. And the runners will move up.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Two aboard, 2 outs. And he chases that one. Now 5 strikeouts for him in the mound. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's going to be Dominic Canzone. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll get off into the seats. That one missed. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now the catcher up to hit, Luke Raley. There's the strike. Waka. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. And now here's the veteran DH, Mitch Garver. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
On the ground, out to short. Tosses to first, and the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Mariners go down quietly there, and they're down 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning, and here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. And a good start to the inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Freddie Fermin.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Freddie Fermin. Next pitch in for a strike, and now 2-2. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one lifted to left, Arozarena. He's there, he's got it, and there's one away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Jack.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
The center fielder, number 8,
Drew Waters steps in for the Royals. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Two on, one out. Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Royals, the right fielder, John Ray.
Now a chance for John Ray. Pasquantino at second, Caglione at first, 2 out of the inning. Chop to third, Mastrobuoni. Third out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Royals 2 and the Mariners nothing. And we're back. Down to third baseman, Miles Mastrobuoni.
Miles Mastrobuoni.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Just off the outside edge. 2-2.
Count's full.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Hard hit to third. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Cole Young.
And up next for Seattle, Cole Young. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the Seattle order. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners.
Crawford.
Man at first, one away.
Two and two.
This one in the dirt. Throw to first, and he dives back in safely. Liner, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. I really like the approach to that swing. That was a good changeup on the corner, but he recognized it early, did get jumpy, and just smacked it to the opposite field.
2 on, 1 out. Rodriguez now at the plate. Here's a 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. That's off the mark, and it's 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Comes a 2-2. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So 2 down now, and here is Cal Raleigh. And a count 1-2. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. And that one misses up and in, and it's 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 2-2 now. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond, and the inning is over. Mariners leave a couple. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, start of the 4th. Here's the left fielder, Kyle Isbell.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park.
So dives for it, got it, makes the play.
The batter number 6, Jonathan.
This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the plays because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to his spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
So the Royals batting order turns over. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
2 down, bases empty. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Fly ball center field. Rodriguez brings it in with a nice running grab. Back in Seattle, bottom 4, down the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
And a big swing and a miss.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Out towards left center. Isbell coming on. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there.
Right
He saved
fielder,
extra
8,
bases for sure.
Dominic
If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to
Pinto.
catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And now the right fielder, Dominic Canzone. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known
Now
for
batting,
using the
the
entire
catcher,
field.
Luke
Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's the speedy catcher, Luke Raley. Pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Witt zips it to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Maikel Garcia.
Leading off for the Royals, the third baseman, Maikel Garcia.
Pitch
3 balls,
misses
1
there.
strike.
And now 3 balls and a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason
Up
for
next
this
for the
walk,
Royals,
but this
the
is the
first
point in the
baseman,
game when
Vinny
every sign of wavering starts to get
Pasquantino.
everyone's attention.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. picks up strikeout number 7.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. George Kirby is done, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back. Now on the bump, Ryan Wu.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Freddie Fermin steps in for the Royals. There goes the runner.
Well, you really can't blame him too much back there. I mean, you're asking him an awful lot to play what is easily the toughest defensive position on the field when that's not something he ever does. This is pretty much what you're going to get.
Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Check swing, trying to hold up, down to pull to first. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. And now the DH, Jack Caglione. Going to count 1 and 2. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Gabe Spire getting ready to go. Thornton, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it. On to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. That situation navigated to perfection by the Mariner bullpen. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Royals. And we're back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Mitch Garver up to hit here.
No.
Well, these Mariners showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
That one off the mark, and it's 3 and 2.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Got him swinging.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there. That's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
And now for Seattle, Miles Mastrobuoni. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. The Mariners down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Number 2, second baseman Cole Young.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Cole Young. Next
2 balls,
offering way
1
off the
strike.
plate. And that one popped in the air left field. Isbell puts it away, and that ends the inning. Back at T-Mobile
Leading
Park,
off for the
now
Royals,
at the plate,
the
Drew
center fielder,
Waters.
Number 8, Drew Waters.
And that one is inside.
Well, these Royals really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his
Diving stop from his backside. Got him. Great play to keep the leadoff man off base.
I love the fact that the pitcher didn't become a spectator on this play. Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down. And if the pitcher's not there, he's got nobody to flip it to. Excellent job by both those guys.
Now it's the right fielder, John Rave. Off the mark there, and that's ball 2.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And that's outside. Stays alive. Three-two on the way. And they'll do it again. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. High fly ball out to left field. Arozarena moving under it. Puts it away for the out. 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kyle
2 outs,
Isbell.
base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Kyle Isbell. Swing and a miss. Oh, and he lost the handle on that one.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
In the air, right field. Canzone under it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Royals 2 and the Mariners nothing. Michael Lorenzen takes over on the mound.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Angel Serpa, the left-hander, up and throwing. Cruz getting loose as well. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
And now it's 3-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike if he swings or not.
3. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint.
Up next for the Mariners.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Waters pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman,
Cal Raleigh digs in now. Raleigh working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Royals 2 and the Mariners nothing.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the Mariners.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Trent Thornton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the order. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals.
India.
And a 2-1 on the way.
Oh.
Headed towards the corner, and that's a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Line drive, takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bobby Witt Jr. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls